Hello and welcome to the latest CraftySimulations video. In today's video, we're taking a little flight in the Carenado CT182T, the Cessna with the glass cockpit, and we'll be taking it on a little tour flight of Lincolnshire, because we'll be departing here at Fenland, a Burning Blue Designs scenery, and we shall be arriving into Wickenby, my home general aviation airfield, also created by the guys at Burning Blue Designs. Well, it has been a while. Right, this is the first pre-recorded video of 2025, so welcome, first of all, 2025, welcome to the channel. If you don't know what this channel's about, general aviation in flight simulation, try saying that fast. You join me aboard the Carenado Cessna CT182, which is the glass cockpit Cessna, not to everyone's style, I must admit, but it's a good Cessna, I like it. So, in the intro, I did say I'm actually taking this on a little flight. We're departing here at Fenland, which if I just do something... There we go. So, currently we're sitting at Fenland. This is a Burning Blue Designs piece of scenery. Now, I have done a video previously, driving around the piece of scenery, so there is a bit more detail in that video, but we'll be departing here at Fenland, and we shall be arriving into another piece of Burning Blue Designs scenery, my home general aviation airfield of Wickenby. So, perfect flight for this aircraft. It is a nice autumn day, clear skies, and we shall be departing momentarily, if I'm about to fly this, that is. So, let's get this up and running. So, battery, thank you autopilot. We're on the beacon light because we are now a live aircraft. Let's just turn Trackir on a little bit. Right, so that's up and running. Top pitch forward. And clear on the left, clear on the right, and clear up front. Check the parking brake is holding. It is. Mags over to both. Clear prop. Shut that up a minute. Right, so we shall get our routing set up first of all. So we're going to be flying a direct routing tonight, today even. So where are we flying to? I need a code. I can't remember the code for this place. EGNE, I do believe. EGNW even. Right. Go. Golf. November. Come on. Okay, finally find it. Course 341 is correct. 36.5 miles. Okay, my planner has it as 37 nautical miles, but that would be just about the same. And we'll activate. So that is our route today. Using Navigraph's map system on my phone. Actually, I've actually set this route up on my phone as a direct routing. Because it is the weekend, I can do a direct routing. Now, I will go into this in a bit more detail when I get going as to why I can do it in the weekend and can't do it, obviously, any other time. So, let's get all this set back to normal. Right, so we have beacon lights are on, flaps coming down to one stage, thanking you, autopilot. Set autopilot up for, I do believe we're 2,000 foot flight today, doing VFR. So altitude will come on when we get going. We will be flying nav mode, and that'll be fine. That's all set up when we get going. Right, I do believe we're ready to go. So we'll have taxi lights are on. Control check. That's my mouse gone for a Burton. Joys of virtual cockpits. I'm sure it's not this difficult on real aircraft. Right, okay, so clear on the left, clear on the right. So our taxi position where we got parked, we will be swinging out to the right to avoid what I do believe is a diamond aircraft set up front. Right, okay, so throttle back. Parking brakes released. Taxi lights are on. In fact, we'll have our nav lights on as well while we're at it. Making sure that we are clear of the aircraft. And clear of any other structures. The viewing ability or viewing from this aircraft is a little bit difficult due to the fact of it being like a Cessna. They do squat back on their main wheels, so we are nose up a little bit. We also have a high wing, which also leads to our poor visibility. So we are going to do a run up, but actually I'm going to do the run up on the other side because I don't particularly want to blast everybody behind me with dust, dirt and all sorts. So we are clear to clear over the runway. Departing out of here at runway 18. So parking brake is set. Cockpit is full. Looking for about 2,000 RPM. The engine settle. Right mag. Left mag. Right mag. Both. Left mag. Right mag. Both. Okay, differences of RPMs are correct. Cycle the prop. Okay, checks are complete. Right, so we'll have our pitot heat is on now, so right, flaps are down. Right, just run for the last of the checks. Right, flaps are down one stage, landing lights are off, nav lights, sorry, taxi lights are on. Strobe lights are now on. Right, so departure will be a left-hand departure out of Fenland, runway 18. Runway conditions here are it is grass and therefore slippery. Should have plenty enough space to get off the ground here, and if we do have any issues, we do have fields ahead of us, so we can put back down onto the field across the other side of the runway. If we are airborne and an issue arises once we are airborne and have the ability to fly, we do have opposite runways to come back in on, which I'm just trying to bring up in my map, which will be runway 26 or runway 08. We do have a T arrangement of runways here, so at Fenland. Other than that, it'll be a direct routing over to our destination, which is obviously Wickenby. Nobody is in the aircraft other than me. Doors are latched and shut. Landing lights are on, taxi lights are off. So let's get in position. autopilot is set for 2000. Just put that in a little bit. See where I'm going. Right. I'm doing a left-hand departure. Right. Plane set, flap set, light set. I'm set. Let's go. Airspeed's live. 40, 50, 60, rotate. Climb out. There's 80 indicated, 85 indicated, flaps coming up. Retrim. As you can see, visibility is... It's always interesting when you've got a high-winged aircraft like the Cessna here. So, maintain about 100 knots indicated. Climbing past 1,000. Going to have autopilot. Yes. VS down to about 500. And we'll have nav hold. Is the aircraft going to pick up the route? We'll do it ourselves. Sometimes it doesn't quite pick it up. So, landing lights are coming off. Flaps are up and confirmed. Passing, well, just hitting 2,000 feet. Start leaning out the aircraft. Or leaning out the engine. Don't want to lean out the aircraft, it might be quite cold. So if you don't know roughly how to lean out an aircraft, basically you're pulling back the mixture till you see a drop in RPM and then just basically rise it back up again a little bit. Hoping the aircraft will start sniffing out the route. Do a right hand turn, hopefully, all being well. Love autopilot, doesn't always work. There we go, right hand turn. Hey, I've been programmed it right. So, as I said at the start of the video, we're doing a direct routing over to Wickenby. Now, when I set up my route, let's stop Trackir for a minute. When I set up even my routing, I'm using an app on my phone, which is part of the Navmap system. Basically what it means is I can set up a route here with the Flight Simulator's navigational systems, preset the route, and then when I come to actually get into the aircraft, I can just go through all the stuff that I need to do to set up the route. It's very simple, very useful. Also has the ability to track the actual aircraft in flight. So at the moment, like I say, we're at 2,000 feet, 120 odd knots, and we have just departed, obviously, Fenland. We've cleared their airspace and are now currently just going over Western, or just passing over Western. Anyway, like I said, it's the weekend, so I can do a direct routing. Now, if it wasn't the weekend, if it was a weekday, I wouldn't be allowed to do this because I'm a VFR aircraft. That reminds me, I haven't been on the flight sim for so long. We'll score at 7,000, that's better. Yeah, my mistake on that. So anyway, like I say, VFR aircraft, general aviation, I wouldn't be allowed to fly in certain areas of airspace, i.e. over certain airfields. And a certain very busy airfield, during the weekday anyway, is Echo Golf X-Ray Charlie, or better known as RAF Coningsby. And basically I would have to be routed around their airspace. I may be allowed to go through their airspace, but I would doubt it given the amount of aircraft movements they have on a daily basis. So I would actually have to clear their airspace, go round it, or fly over it, because airspace is 3D. So according to my Navmap system here, it says from ground to 30,000 feet is Coningsby's airspace. So an airliner can go over 30,000 feet, but I'm fairly certain a Cessna can't. So I would have to obviously, like I say, route myself round it. I'd actually have to go a little bit over easterly, then north, and then swing back over towards Wickenby, because if I go to the west, I end up going into Cranwell's airspace, and their airspace limit is, well, that's 2,000 feet, so I probably could get away with that one. But there is a lot of air bases here in Lincolnshire, and a lot of them are busy. So yes, that's really my reason for the routing I've taken. So I am taking the direct routing, we are going over here. So anyway, if any of you watched the live video of which I did last week, you shall probably understand what went wrong regarding my flight simulators and my computer and just about everything. But if you didn't, here's a story in what went wrong, because I plan to do, or to record, edit and get uploaded 2 videos a week based around my working shift pattern. So I'll have one come live at the start of my shift pattern, and I'll have one live, the second video will go live at the end of my shift pattern, and that sort of works out every 4 days. Works for me, everyone's happy. I went to start up my computer to do some recording, some practicing. This is what I normally do. I actually get an idea, I think, can I actually do this? And I will start to obviously come up with what I've got to do. So I came up with the idea for this flight in this aircraft. I've recorded a review video of this aircraft before, and I thought I'm going to do some more flights this year to and from different airfields. So that is what this video was going to be. Fenland to Wickenby via Burning Blue Designs, Fenland and Wickenby I should say. And I started up, well, I tried to start up my flight simulator. Now I purchased mine through Steam. I know that obviously some people don't like Steam. I do. Steam works for me. I've got all my simulators through Steam, a lot of games through Steam. Never had a problem with them. I couldn't start Steam. It kept going to the login page, and basically what happened is, in a nutshell, I'd been hacked. My Steam account had been hacked. My password was changed, my safety phone number was changed, all my details were changed. Can't play my games, can't play my simulators. And this was on New Year's Eve. So I'm stumped. Nobody's open on New Year's Eve. There is an automated service for Steam, but nobody's really going to be open on it. So I had to go through the process of basically reporting that my page had been hacked, my account had been hacked, sorry. It had been sent to, or access had been gained from a place in Malaysia. I could track the IP address, that's where I went to. So I was like, spiffing, marvellous. Don't have the time to sort this out. If I do get it sorted out very quickly, it is going to put me behind my videos. And it's New Year's Eve. Ain't nobody going to sort anything out. As it was, automated service kicked in for Steam, and basically you have to prove who you are, you know, prove that that account is yours, transactions, anything like that, any kind of payment options you've done through the account. So luckily I had sent all that off, and then New Year's Day comes round. It was about 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock time. New Year's Day comes round, and finally Steam get back to me and say, look, it is your account, here it is, give you a new password, you can have access to it, do whatever you have to do, but change your security options for the love of God. So I've now rectified all that, I'm back, Steam's working, brilliant, awesome, amazing. Next problem, started the Steam up, started my flight simulator up, and I think I got a normal flight in just to test everything was alright and make sure Steam was alright, no iffy transactions or anything like that. And well, the flight simulator decided to think that it was back to its original first day release. It didn't need any uploads, any updates, anything like that. It didn't go to version 1, but basically what happened was it forgot all my options and went back to how it is when you first start the flight simulator up. So you get all the options on the screen that nobody ever uses. I kept my controls for my honeycomb systems and my joystick. They were all set up because they're saved on the computer, but the options that you put in onto your flight simulator are actually set up and saved online in Microsoft land. So the simulator didn't know what it was, so I had to go through all that, and henceforth I didn't have time to do any videos. Oh, device flow token expired error. What's that? It's brilliant, isn't it? I'm talking about issues in Flight Simulator and I'm getting an issue. Anyway, just checking everything's all right. I mean, I've got internet and everything. Yeah, everything's smooth and marvellous. Sometimes the cable out of my honeycomb throttle unit, the Bravo, tends to get a bit loose. I don't think that was it. Could be wrong. Anyway, so yeah, by the end of the day, I was getting ready for these videos, couldn't do them, so I had to come up with a live video instead, which is what you got. Now, I hope you enjoyed the live video. Like I said, I went through all the story of it. I don't normally do live videos, my internet's not the best, but I'm thinking maybe I will be doing more live videos. I don't know, maybe. Who knows? Let me know if you want to see more live videos. I am hoping to get my internet sorted out a little bit faster. In fact, I will need it a lot faster because of Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024. That's all in the future. That's going to happen in the next few months. Cross my fingers. So currently we are just passing RAF Coningsby, which is, where was Coningsby? Oh, we just passed it. There we go. There's Coningsby. That used to be a piece of scenery by FlightSim, or on flightsim.to. It's now not available. It's now payware. It was completely free. It was on flightsim.to. I got it a long time ago when I first got the sim up and running. But now it is a payware piece of scenery, so make of that what you will. So we are currently 6 minutes from our ETA at Wickenby. So we are going to start our descent. 1400 vertical speed. VS mode, thank you. I know a lot of people have a downer on Carenado when it comes to their aircraft, because they do release a whole heap of different aircraft, mostly GA, but they do release a lot of aircraft. And excuse me, And a lot of people do have a general downer on them. I don't. I like them. They're fully functional. I mean, I've got a tablet thingy here with different options which we can put on, which I have covered before in different videos. It's the same kind of tablet that all Carenado aircraft come with, but everything works. I've got a fully functioning twin G1000 setup, which matches my G1000 I have in my actual home here. I know some people don't particularly like the G1000 setup, would rather have instrumentation. Me, I've always said I like instruments, gauges, needles, all that kind of stuff, but it is sometimes hard to read some of them, or, you know, it's quite complicated. Obviously, it's not very complicated in a Cessna, it's single engine, but you put a twin engine into the system and it suddenly becomes quite two lots of engine gauges, which is always interesting. But yeah, everything runs as brilliantly with my honeycomb setup. I do sort of think back, autopilot setup. A bit of a frame rate jitter there. Yeah, autopilot set, aircraft flying itself. I just tend to look out the window and just remember the days of flying in FSX, P3D, FS 2004. I was looking at the graphics and thinking they were amazing at the time. And now look at it. Now look at the graphics we get. And 2024 as a simulator, it looks even better. I know, I'm not going to knock the issues that 2024 has had. It has been a slightly problematic birth as far as the sim goes, but then so was 2020. So was 2020. And now look at it. And I think in a year from its release, 2024 is going to be the sim that we all go to. I say it now. 2020 is brilliant, 2024 will be better. So, getting ready for our landing approach. So we're just over 3 minutes away from Wickenby. So we will be landing on runway, if I zoom that in a little bit. Sorry about the Trackir there. So we're landing on runway 21, which is the main runway I like to take off on in the best conditions. So we do have certain things to worry about. It is a shortish runway. It's not very wide, and it has a hump about 3/4 the way down, which usually throws the aircraft into the sky on takeoffs. So we do have to be well careful of that. Also, it is, like I say, with it being a fairly shortish runway, we do have to have quite a slowish approach into the landing pattern. I have been testing this aircraft on 2-stager flaps and really hanging it on its prop just about, probably around the 70 knots. I think is a little bit too low, too slow even for an approach, but I have been trying to practice my low-speed approaches into small airfields. It's all very well flying into RF Waddington, which is somewhere over there, I do believe. But that's a nice long tarmac runway, so very easy to land on there. But these small general aviation airfields are a little bit different, a little bit more difficult, a little bit more of a challenge. And let's not forget about the boys and girls at Burning Blue Designs, who created our departure airfield and our arrival airfield here in Lincolnshire. Fenland and Wickenby have a big, massive catalogue of basically a lot of general aviation airfields. They do go up to some big airfields. I believe Farnborough is probably one of the biggest. But they also have one of the smallest in their latest release, which was Westray and Papa Westray, which I believe is up in the Shetland Islands, I think, off the top of my head. Done a video for that as well. So if you are interested in seeing the world's shortest scheduled flight, and that is a complete fact, it is the world's shortest scheduled flight, check out the video I did previously on Westway and Papa Westway. So we are gonna, oh god, if I can hopefully find out where my rudder pedals are. Round off, please. Thank you. The autopilot on this doesn't always come off the first time. But anyway, there we go. Autopilot is off. So we'll have landing lights are on. Just making our arrival over Wickenby. It's just under the nose at the moment. There we are, Wickenby. Home of CraftySimulations General Aviation Flying. And a few warehouses. We might make one pass over Wickenby, just to show it off a little bit. Spot that from a mile away. It looks like one of the textures hasn't loaded up. Might be related to that issue we just had. Just that pink texture missing. Very annoying, but hey ho. Boys and girls at Burning Blue Designs did do a fantastic job, Wickenby, they really did. Mind you, they do a fantastic job with all their airfields. So, we are into the pattern, landing lights are on, one stage of flaps coming down. Now on, I do believe, the downwind approach. Like I said, not the best visibility out of a Cessna. High wings do make left and right visibility a little bit questionable. Right, so landing lights are set, flaps are down, one stage gear is down and locked, obviously because it's fixed. Looking for about an 80-84 knot landing maximum. Got to be a remembrance about the hump, 3/4 the way down the runway. That's going down 2 stage. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our, well, I nearly said RAF Wickenby. I suppose technically it was an RAF base previously. It certainly isn't now. I think I noticed on that approach, I think I was just touching down at 69 knots. I think that's the slowest I've ever made it in. Right, so flaps are coming up, landing lights are off, taxi lights are on, strobe lights are off. Transponder, where's my mouse? There's my mouse. Transponder is now set to just on, we're not squawking altitude, we'll leave that as it is. Keep off that, thank you. Parking brake is set. So taxi lights are off, nav lights are off. Let's just pull back. Beacon lights are off, avionics are off, battery and alternator is off. So, here we are, welcome to Wickenby. Little flight in the Cessna, oh I forgot what it's called, CT182T, the Cessna with the glass cockpit. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Let me know if you want to see me do some more flights to and from different airfields. Obviously we do general aviation here, but we do some big general aviation aircraft. Some twin engine aircraft are going to be featuring on the channel very, very soon. In fact, I'm probably going to be featuring a new update to a very a very new aircraft, which I do love and take it dearly to heart. And it was made by a bunch of cows, would you believe? So anyway, that's the next video. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you've got any questions or comments about this video, please let me know. Post them below. I'm more than happy to talk about them. If you want to know more about the scenery that have been used, they are both available on Burning Blue Design even .com, and basically they're fantastic. I think they're retailing about £8.90 something, I think, in the UK. Work that out what that is in your country, but to be honest with you, I don't think you get any better general aviation scenery. And just on the price front, if you want to get the Cessna CT182T, that is retailing currently at $19.99 US dollars at the moment, according to Carenado's website. So there will be some more aircraft from Carenado featuring very, very soon on the channel. And like I said, I hope you've enjoyed this video. So stay safe, and I will see you on a future Crafty Simulations video very, very soon.